Hello, everybody. It's been about 2 weeks, but I'm back with another movie review. Now, I'm looking in the camera at this lipstick. Usually, I don't wear glosses, but I'm trying something new, so just bear with me. Now, I should have did this movie review like weeks ago, but what have you. So, this is a movie review over Cruella. Now, I didn't really know what to expect from this movie, to be honest. Whenever it first came out, I was like, this is interesting. They're giving off like the villains, backstory so that we can have empathy and, feel a kind of way about, them being the villain. But, it, to me, it was good. I thought it was good. I know some people, I guess, felt like it wasn't all that great. But to me, it seemed, I kind of liked it. I mean, it was sad, of course, but I liked it. I liked it a lot. I think they did a really, really good job. I forgot the main character's name, the actress. She did a phenomenal job. And the other actors who were, the other actors. But, of course, spoiler warning. It was really good, me personally, from the beginning to finish. It was so, of course, so sad, watching how, when the lady practically basically killed her mother, well, her adopted mother. And I just thought it was absurd. Of course, later on in the film, they tell you that, she was the daughter of that mad woman and that the husband was so happy to have her. And, he was so happy whenever he found out that she was pregnant with her. But her as a mother was like, ugh, I hate this. I don't want a baby. And I'm like, lady, you ungrateful wench. You know how many women wish that they could have babies and can't? I'm just like, wow. And it's like, so you don't want anybody to continue your legacy, but clearly this woman was a narcissist. And she was crazy. And she didn't want anybody to upstage her. And I just feel like that was so immature. Not even petty, just, well, petty, yeah, and immature. Like, what kind of person gets so mad because somebody upstaged them that they gotta literally kill the competition? So it's like, because you're not the best, you gotta get rid of the person that's the best. That's crazy. But that's basically what she tried to do 2 times. I just thought that was crazy, but realistic, because there are people out there that are like that for real. But it was good though. Like the fashion, like whenever she would upstage her real mother, and she like that part where she came out there out of that dump truck with that big old dress, and she was like, and then they drove off, and everybody was like, woo, taking pictures and following her. That was, I don't care what anybody said, that was like next level fashion. She was coming out like with the big guns. Like, she was literally upstaging this woman for real, for real, for real. And you could see the look on her face like, who does she think she is? Where did she come from with all this stuff? And I was like, don't be mad, because she did better than you, because she got better fashion than you. I was like, wow. I was really impressed with, like I said, the fashion part of this. And I do feel like they, I've never worked in fashion before, modeling or anything like that, but I can imagine that that's probably what it's like, working the long hours, probably not getting compensated properly, doing more than what you're really paid for, being put on the back burner and talk to you like, like you're a second-rate citizens or something. But I was looking at how she was treating her, and I was like, I would have put dirt in her coffee. That's all I'm saying. Like, if she would have talked to me like that, she would have did me like that. Especially after finding out what she found out about that dog whistle, I would have put dirt in her coffee. Like, and the stuff that they were coming up with them dogs, those little dogs, and whenever he put that dog in that rat costume, that was hysterical. Now the rat costume, little dogs were so cute. And then when she took that lady's dogs, and then she came out with that dress, and they were like, oh, did she use the dogs? Did she not use the dogs? And she gonna say, she took my dogs and made a dress out of them. And at first I was like, she didn't. And then when I saw those dogs there, I was like, oh, thank goodness. But I was like, so why would you take 3 extra dogs? There's 3 extra mouths to feed. But, hey, she did it so that she could prove a point. And this lady literally tried to kill her. I was like, oh, that's just dirty. Like, just admit that you're not the best and just be okay with it and move on. She literally tried to kill this lady, but hey, she had an angel watching over her. That guy, the butler, who was there through it all, was looking out for her. She said he didn't even say thank you. I'm like, this man just saved your life and your friend's life. Say thank you at least. That's the least you could do for him. Say thank you. And then finding out what really happened to her mother, her adopted mother, going back to that scene and kind of coming to grips with it. Like, I feel like that scene where she was just standing there, that was really deep. When she was coming to grips with it, when she was having that conversation, and I guess she kind of finally decided to not be the woman that her her adopted mother adopted, but be who she was, which was Cruella, which was kind of cool, I guess, But I hated how she treated her friends, like, who had been there for her after she had got, like, after she decided to be Cruella. Now, she did talk to, I guess her friend, I guess it seems like was her possible love interest, and he was like, I don't like this, mean part of you, and she was like, I'm just like, but she started to, kind of sort of be, I think her name was Estelle, the old her a little bit, close to the end. But, and how she got all these people together and worked together and tricked this lady into pushing her off. Well, you can't trick nobody into being a murderer. If they're just a murderer, they're just a murderer. But she tricked her into showing her true colors. And I was like, so you didn't hear the people coming outside? You didn't hear the feet on grass? Like, you didn't think, like, I know you think everybody's incompetent, but you can only fool a person so many times. But that was pretty cool, too, how she pulled out that parachute. I was like, so that's what her plan was all this time. But yeah, the fashion, like I said, the fashion was nice. And that dress, well, at first, before the bugs came off of it, I was like, that dress is gorgeous. I mean, it was screwed over because she kind of basically stole her, her design. She was like, oh, you were holding out on me. Like, give me that. And I'm like, lady, that's not even yours. You didn't even pay for the paper that you wrote on it with. I was like, wow, this lady is really something else. Like, you steal her designs. That was the perfect payback, though. Them bugs coming off of there like that, that was a perfect payback. And that was a gorgeous dress before that happened. I'm like, so is somebody gonna actually make a real dress like this, like, and theme, like Cruella theme it? And if so, where can I see it? Because I definitely know I'm probably not gonna be able to buy it because it's gonna probably be like stupidly expensive. But I want to see it. I want to see somebody do like a Cruella themed fashion line with that dress a part of the fashion line, because that dress was gorgeous. Like I said, before the bugs came out, that dress was gorgeous. But yeah, and her, like, kind of like the her basically, well, like I said, the death of her former self and the birth of Cruella, I guess. I feel like it was a bit much, but I could see where she was going with it and why it was important for her, And after her mother got sent off to prison where she should have been, she got to inherit the estate. And I was like, all of it's hers now. She got to inherit the estate, all of that good stuff. I was like, but I think having the butler help her save her life and her friend's life reminded her that, yes, she worked hard to get where she was and she deserved it, but she did not get there alone. It's nice to have friends who you can actually trust and that do love you and have your back. Don't forget about them. Don't toss them under the bus. Don't forget about them. We need friends. Well, good friends that are around us that help us. So I just thought that was really cool because, like I said, if it wouldn't have been for him, she would have been out of there. Her and her friends and her dogs. They were gonna set the whole thing in flames. But everything was great. I liked the movie. I thought it was nice. I thought it was really good. Like I said, she did that thing. Playing Cruella, she did that for real. But yeah, I liked it. I thought it was a good movie. But you all tell me how you feel in the comments, because I'm just one person. I've just got one opinion about the movie. There are probably some people who saw this movie and was like, "Wow, this was awful," but I'm not one of those people. So y'all tell me how y'all feel in the comments. Okay, but I liked it. I thought it was a good movie. So